Communication training with Dan O'Connor.
Hi everybody, it's Dan O'Connor, and this is your first in a series of Speaking the 5 Languages of Love and Work. Don't tell HR. All right, there's a book by Gary Chapman called The 5 Love Languages, and it really made an impact on me in the way that I communicate with others, not just when I'm showing love, but when I'm doing things such as showing you how sorry I am. When I have to apologize to somebody, or when I want to say thank you to somebody, or when I want to say to somebody, I appreciate you, I see you, congratulations, or I love you. It's all about being tactical. And if you know me, you know that I'm a tactical communicator. In fact, you'll find on our new website, Dan O'Connor Training, the entire tactical communication training system available. And that was developed right here at Dan O'Connor Training. If you want to be tactical and really nail right brain stimulation, I mean, remember that there are 2 different sides of the brain that you want to speak to when communicating. If I am going to be explaining to you why our credit card processing system is the best for your business, or why our customer service call center is going to be the best route for your company to take, I want to speak both languages, left hand language and right hand language, meaning when I'm speaking L-directed language or left brain directed language, I'm going to be telling you facts and figures. I'm going to be telling you about the wait times. I'm going to be telling you about the price, the process. And I want that to be very clear, specific, L-directed, left brain directed language. However, people don't make decisions based on left brain stimulation. They make it based on right brain stimulation. They make it based on emotion, and then they back it up with logic. So anytime I'm trying to achieve a communication goal, seal a deal, make a sale, whatever it may be, persuade somebody, influence somebody, I want to also incorporate right brain language in my communication. And a tactical communicator knows very clearly which side of the brain they're speaking to at what time. And if you incorporate the 5 languages into your tactical communication strategy, it can instantly increase the odds of you achieving your communication goal more than they were before. Because the 5 languages, the 5 different languages of love and appreciation and thank yous and apologies are very distinct from one another. And it's something that, as a tactical communicator, I didn't notice it before I read the book. I didn't notice that there are 5. I mean, we all kind of know, boy, the way you show love is sure different from the way I do. If you've had a partner or a spouse before, many times the way we speak to one another, the way we show love is very different. And your spouse can be left kind of feeling as though either they don't love me or I know they do, but they just don't know how to show it. They don't know how to love me the way I need to be loved. And many of you are sitting there thinking, yeah, I've been told that. My spouse or whatever thinks that I don't love them the way they need to be loved. What does that mean? Here's what it means. From the time we are young, and by the way, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be talking about the foundation of the system and then the different ways that we can apply it. And many of the ways that we're going to be talking about here in these videos are ways that I have come up with as a tactical communicator, and some of them are from the book, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. That kind of started it for me, and then I took that and ran with it in my own course. And the 5 languages are words, touch, acts of service, quality time, and giving and receiving gifts. So what we're going to do in this series is explore each one of those 5. Now, of course, normally we can't go around touching people at work the way we used to. Thanks, HR advocates. But we can still remember, if somebody's language is touch, there are things that we can do and things that we should make sure not to do at work so that we can respect them the way they want to be respected. Because, many of us, we feel as though we are not respected at work. Or somebody has told us that we are not respectful, that we don't show respect. But we're kind of at a loss thinking, I don't know what to do. Or, when we think, I really am not feeling the love from my boss, we don't know how to tell them, here's how you can show it to me. Or here's how you can show it to all of us. So what happens is we are hardwired from a very young age to recognize that we are loved in 5 different ways. Maybe your parents or those who took care of you showed you that they loved you by hugging you, or snuggling up with you as you watched a movie. And that showed you, okay, this is what people do when they love you. Or maybe they spend time with you. You know, you would go for a walk together, you would walk around the block together, they'd play with you, and that showed you people who love me spend time with me. Or let's say that when you got an A, you got $10. When you got a B, you got $5. I thought that was normal, by the way. I thought everybody made money from their report card. Like my brother always made a lot of money. I didn't make a lot of money, but I sure knew what the going rate was. That tends to be giving and receiving gifts. If maybe you were taught that people loved you by the things that they said, you know, if at the dinner table you talked about your day and your parents sat down and talked with you about things and you were told all the time before you hung up the telephone, I love you, then your love language tends to develop as words. If the people who loved you tended to do things for you, like if the people around you right now do things for you, such as make the bed for you when you get up as a surprise, they make lunch for you and they leave it in the refrigerator and it includes your favorite sandwich, or they do things for you a lot, they wash your car when you were taking a nap. If your spouse or the people around you at work are doers, that tends to signal that their love language is acts of service. So what we're going to do is, throughout this series, we're going to talk about different ways that you can show people that you apologize. Like, let's say you did something accidentally. Ooh, this is a good one. Let's say that you sent out an email, and in your email you made a comment. It wasn't a big deal. You didn't mean to hurt anybody, and it really was just kind of a joke. But you accidentally, when you press the send button, sent it to them. And they are all out of joint because they think that you have been talking about them, and they think that you don't appreciate them or respect them, and you want to show them, I am so sorry, in their language. You want to apologize. Of the 5 different languages, now think about the way you would normally apologize to somebody, okay? Now how would it be different knowing that their language is acts of service? How would it be different? Because you can always apologize in different ways. You can always say thank you in different ways. You can always show I love you in different ways. You can always show I appreciate you or I respect you in different ways, different from the ways you've been doing it up until now. And when you start to develop new communication skills, it is about doing things a little bit differently from how you've done it in the past. Probably you have a pattern that indicates your language. And that pattern is the one that you tend to follow when you apologize or when you say thank you or when you say I love you. It's time to break those patterns and try out some new languages. So I look forward to seeing you in the rest of these videos in this series. So this is number 1. There will soon be links up here to click for the videos number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But if you don't see a link here, that's because the videos have not been put up yet. I look forward to seeing you in those, as does Maggie and Buddy. So if everybody here at Dan O'Connor Training, it looks like it's raining here, which means my computer is probably about to be shut off because I'm in the Sierra Madre region of Mexico right now. And oh, if you heard that, that means we're going out. So this is Dan O'Connor. I'm signing off. Have to do with love or I don't know which one of you that is. I need a minute. Oh God. What did you eat? I think they might have found another rat. Okay. So if you are going to be an employee or a coworker, oh my God, it's getting worse.